In this animation, we're just going to take an inanimate object that I got from the web, like this teddy bear, and we're going to animate that. It could be a ball, it could be a doll, a toy of some kind, it could be whatever you want it to be, really. So I have this teddy bear that I got from the internet. I took out the background. It used to be a white background. I used my magic wand tool that you guys should know how to use by now, and I got rid of the white background. So I have this one layer right here. I'm going to take this layer and I'm going to duplicate it. I'm going to click on Control while I click down on this layer, duplicate layer. I'm going to do that a couple times, duplicate layer. Now I got 3 layers going on over here. Now we're going to go down here to the timeline. Again, just like the other animations that I've shown you so far, it has to say Create Frame Animation. If it doesn't, you can click down here and make sure that it says Create Frame Animation. If you don't see this area down there, you go to Window, Timeline. If you don't see the timeline area down there, you go to Window, Timeline, and you should see it. It says Create Frame Animation. I'm going to click on that button. I've got one frame that gets created right here, this little square that you see on the bottom left corner. I'm going to create 3 more of those. I'm going to go over here to this little icon. 1, 2. Now I got 3 frames. And all that has to happen really is in each one of these frames you want movement going on. Something different has to happen in each one of these frames. So I'm going to take the first one. I'm going to take this this guy and I'm going to move him over to the left. Now the reason you see that kind of like a double is because there's 3 other layers right underneath it that have the same exact teddy bear in it. So I'm going to get rid of one of those layers. That by clicking on this eyeball, I hide this layer. Click on the other eyeball, I hide the other layer. So all I'm seeing now in frame number 1 is layer number 1. I'm going to call it number 1. It's the one on the very top. So this is the teddy bear on the left side. I'm going to go to frame number 2 here. I'm going to hide that frame, that teddy bear that was there before, and I'm going to reveal the teddy bear that's in the middle now. Now in this case, I'm going to hit Apple T to transform, and I'm going to go ahead and turn this guy a little bit. And I'm going to make him a little bit bigger, so I'm going to grab the corner here, hold down the shift button, and I'm going to make him bigger. So that's my animation. That's the movement that I'm going to have for frame number 2. I'm going to go to frame number 3. And in frame number 3, I'm going to hide the top 2 layers, and I'm going to reveal the bottom layer here. And I'm going to move that guy over to the right over here. And I'm going to hit Apple T, and I'm going to turn him over the other way this way. And I'll bring him down just a little bit here. So he's kind of like hiding in the corner. All right. I'm going to hit Enter. So I got 3 different frames. 1, 2, 3. When I play that, that's my animation. I go to once, I can click forever. That'll loop over and over and over again. I'm going to show you one last technique here. I want to smooth this out a little bit. So I'm going to click on frame number 1 and then hold down the shift button and click on frame number 2. And then I'm going to go to this icon right here where it has like a, I don't know, it looks like a series of frames, one behind the other. This is similar to what I showed you when I did my text animation. You just click on that, and I'm going to add 3 frames in between. Now you can add 3, 4, 5 frames. The more frames you add, the longer it'll make the animation, the smoother it'll look in between. This actually does what's called a tween. So it adds frames in between. Okay? Click OK. And so what it did was it added 1, 2, 3 frames in between frame number 1 and what used to be frame number 2. Okay? I'm going to click on the last frame and the frame right before that, holding down the shift button. Hold down the shift button, click on the frame right before that, and I'm going to do the same exact thing. I'm going to click on that same icon. I'm going to add 3 frames. I'm going to hit OK. Now my animation is 9 frames long, and watch what it looks like when you play this one. So it's a little bit more of a smoother effect in between. All right, so if you're happy with that, you go to File, Save for the Web, make sure it says GIF, make sure that it's not more than 500 K over here. So if it's too big right now, let's make it a little bit smaller over here where it says image size. I'm going to make it say 400 by 400. And then we'll see what it looks like here. Now it's only 413. Good. I'm going to hit save. I'm going to put it in whatever folder I'm going to put my stuff in. Click save, and I'm done.